Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Lisa Lovestone-Gifford, and I am excited. I just got my newest deck. I said, I have enough Oracle cards. I do not need any more. But I saw this one and I was like, I don't know a lot about the Akashic records, and I feel like I'd like to learn, and a deck of cards will help me ease into the Akashic records and understanding them. So I got the deck, and look how pretty the cards are. Not pretty. And they have some interesting stuff. Now, it didn't come with a booklet, but it has some words to be read. And it's really going to be based on interpretation, right? Intuition. I'm so sad. I just drank my last sip of matcha. I also got this today. I'm a little bummed that it's smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be bigger. But this is, a pyramid for abundance. So, yeah, it's nice to just get some stuff for yourself, when it feels like all you do is work. It's nice to have something. Anyway, so I've already pulled a card, and I sat with the card, and I blessed the cards, gave the cards Reiki, gave my new pyramid Reiki, cleansed my space. But something I want to just say real quick. If you have these symbols in your home, clockwise, do this clockwise all around your whole self every morning when you're getting up. If you do like attitude of gratitude in the morning or whatever, do this too. Speak your intentions, speak your, affirmations, and ring. Or if you have one of those bells that you just go like this, ding, 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 ding around yourself, ding around your animals, ding around your children every day. Okay, this wards off the negative energies. They cannot stand that sound. It keeps them far away. Remember, like if you're older like me, there used to be church bells everywhere, and even like the city meeting house had a bell tower with a bell, and they would ring that bell either every hour, which was good, or once in the morning, once at noon, and once at night, like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., 12, and then 6 or 7 p.m. And over the years, I watched the bells get taken down. From each place I lived at, they removed the bells because everything would start to wear out and they knew the bell was gonna fall. So instead of fixing it, using money to fix it, they took the bell down. They went the path of least resistance, the cheaper route. But you pay a heavy price when your bells are gone. that was your protection. That was the protection for the community. So anytime you see a bell, ring it. It doesn't matter what time it is. It has nothing to do with time. It has everything to do with space and keeping the space sacred, to keep the space cleared of negative energies. So I just wanted to say that. I talk about bells every now and again, and I felt like it was time to talk about it again. All right, so this card, here we go. This is the card. The print is really, really small. Okay. There it is. And then here's what it says up at the top. And then look at the picture. What does this picture say to you? Oh, hi, I'm Lisa Lovestone. I'm a Reiki master, Oracle card reader. Obviously, just got a new deck and wanted to share the one first card with you. It's Saturday, it's not Sunday, so it's more of something to contemplate over the weekend. How's that sound? So for me, this card is saying, there's the person who represents me or you, right? Because this is for all of us. This is a collective card. This is for the collective consciousness. It has a meaning for all of us, okay? There's like books and planets, and the book pages are open, and there's like energy coming out of the book and light coming out of the book. And this is like a memory right here, a memory of a life once lived, because that's what Akashic records are. It's a record of all the lives you've lived. And you may not have lived all your lives on the planet Earth. That's a choice. Maybe one of your lives was not even in this galaxy. And maybe you lived on Mars, or maybe you lived on a planet we haven't even named yet. Okay? So this this means a lot to me, because that circle right there, it's the ocean. And I love the ocean, and there's a light shining on the waters. And then just all these planets are hanging around, and all these lights. And then there's like this circle, and then there's a light in the middle of the circle, and then there's you. And the light goes up and comes down to you. But the light is also everywhere. All your lives you've lived. All the lives I've lived. And I'm getting a lot of stuff from this one card, so I'm only doing one card. And it says, invite wisdom to complete your soul purpose. To complete your soul purpose. Interesting. If you complete your soul's purpose, then are you done? Or is this purpose going to last for the rest of your remaining days? I don't know. True completion comes When wisdom lights your path and aligns, I need to get these readjusted. True completion comes when wisdom lights your path and aligns your actions with your higher purpose. True completion comes. So we're inviting wisdom. So this is a work. This is something that you're going to work on, like not for 5 minutes, but maybe 15, maybe for an hour, maybe for a day or two, right? Depends on what keeps coming up. Invite wisdom to complete your soul purpose. So I would say, if I was just sitting here doing this by myself without my viewers, I would say, wisdom, I'm inviting you to assist me in completing my soul's purpose. So when wisdom comes, right, awareness will come to our mind, things we need to remember to help us. The memory of what we learned either in this lifetime or another lifetime, it's going to surface because we're inviting wisdom to assist us in this task of completing our soul's purpose. And I know my soul's purpose. I just need to know how to get there. I'm partly there with the kitty rescues. I'm partly there, but I need to get to the more. So, because I feel so helpless, and there's too much heartbreak for me right now in this place that I'm in. Kitties dying, not being able to help the kitties the way I want to, not being able to protect them from assholes, from stray dogs, whatever. So it's a very helpless feeling that I have. It's a very sad place when, I mentioned that one kitten got ran over recently that I had been trying to catch. I'd caught all the kittens but that one, and it was becoming a teenager, and then it got hit by a car. So, and I'm the one that found it in the middle of the road. So, I picked the cat up and got it out of the road. It wasn't smushed, it was just hit. And I got it out of the road. So, anyway, I want to be in a place where the cats I care for can't get ran over, cannot get harmed by whatever. I mean, of course, there's going to be accidents, right? There's always an accident. But, so what this is showing me for all of us is there's a light. Come here, baby. Come here. You don't need to be scared. It's all right. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Okay, so the planets. Shh, 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 shh. Shh. No. Back up. I let you in here so you wouldn't bark. No. Sorry. I got to get back to where I was in my head. Yeah, there's just a lot going on with this picture. Right? I'm going to let you gaze at it. You can push pause too and just gaze at it, right? So I can keep going. All the planets, all the lights. I see a different story being told here and here and here. All the different lifetimes. I can say with certainty, this is my last time on this planet. I have made it very clear I'm not coming back to this planet. I would be happy to be a spirit guide, which at some point I probably will be. But no. I'm so done with this planet. But I know my dad is on another planet. I don't know which one. I could find out, but it's not important. I just know he's on another planet. So, okay, so what is the point? Let me read the rest of the card. So, true completion comes when wisdom lights your path and aligns your actions with your higher purpose. So your actions have to be in alignment with your higher purpose. So I guess we got to figure out what actions do we need to be taking to align with our higher purpose. I didn't know kitties was my higher purpose until it happened, until it was literally laid out in front of me on my path, right? So they put my bifocals, they put it in the wrong place, and I have to do this a lot. Isn't that crazy? This should go halfway up or a little higher up. I mean, it goes to here, but I don't know why I'm seeing better if I pick them up. I don't know. So I'm just thinking out loud, really. Seek guidance from your Akashic records or spiritual practices to reveal the next steps needed for fulfillment. So we're inviting wisdom and we're seeking guidance from our Akashic records. So I think that's what this person is doing. They're sitting and meditating. They've called upon the white light because that's a safe place to be. You can think clearly there. And now they're calling upon their Akashic records each lifetime, each place that they've been. This place looks like a really great place to be, right? Look at that. This person was surrounded by light. This person in this lifetime was light, was surrounded by light. That looks like it was a good life. Becca! Becca! No, no. No, no, baby. No, no. She is called Barky Barker. I so apologize. So we'll just ignore her. Becca! Please stop. Records are spiritual practices to reveal the next steps needed for fulfillment. So, spiritual practices can be meditation, right? Continuing to do the cards that continue to help reveal things to you. I'm going to start using my dowsing rods more. I put them away for a while. If you know the story, you know why. But I feel like it's time to pull them out and start using them again. A lot of things I was told by somebody who I was accepting spiritual guidance from, a lot of things they told me were not true. True to that person, but not true. And not true for my life. A lot of those things that I was taught was fear-based, religious-based, even though they say they didn't have a religion, but then said they practice Christianity, but are also a witch and practices witchcraft. There was always a double standard going on there, always speaking to please the crowd, whoever's in the room. So I heard all the different, I don't practice a religion, Reiki isn't a religion, I'm a Christian. Back when I first met this person, definitely was a witch, was practicing witchcraft, was in a coven, you know. So I know people say they can be a witch and a Christian at the same time. And I suppose that's true. But you couldn't be a Christian and a witch at the same time if you were practicing any kind of black magic, which this person has done. So, you know, because Christianity, even though it's turned into something ugly in these days and time, I guess Christianity's always been ugly in a sense, right? I mean, people have been murdered for not being Christians. That's not very Christian. Anyway, so I was going somewhere and I kind of got off the path of that thought. So spiritual practices, Reiki, meditation, yoga, using your cards, just, you know, hugging the trees, talking to the plants, asking, hey, Akashic Records out there, wherever you are, obviously in a different, like, not here in the physical, but here. Akashic Records. Open up, and reveal to me what I cannot remember. Help me remember what I have forgotten. Help me remember those past lives and all the lessons I've learned. I mean, what's the point in learning all those lessons if you can't remember? To me, that just seems ridiculous. Anyway, I do know that Something has got me itchy. I do know that we have been made to forget. Our society teaches us to forget here in the United States from the time we are born. Right? I mean, we've even gotten away from nursing. There is so much that is given to a child through nursing. It's really important to nurse. Dr. Spock, there was a book out, a parenting book by some guy named Dr. Spock, who told us to stop holding our babies, told us to let them cry. That was a bunch of bullshit. No, that's how the wisdom is lost. That is how the connection is lost. You hold your children. You comfort them when they cry so that they don't grow up with anxiety, so they don't grow up feeling uncared for and unloved. No, you hold your child. You breastfeed your child. You nurture your child. You know, the Native Americans and many indigenous around the world carried a little pack, stuck the baby in there, had the baby close to their heart, right? They always felt the mother's heart beating, felt the mother's comfort. You know, the baby wasn't stuck into a stroller separate from the mother. They were put here. And then when they got to a certain age, they were turned around so they could look out. And their back was up against the mother's chest. Thump, 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 thump. That constant comfort, that synchronicity, that belonging. Baby strollers brings distance between the parent and child. Now at some point, yeah, when they start weighing 30 pounds, they need to be riding their own bicycle or walking or maybe put in a stroller, but not all the time. Hold your child. Anyway, just things are coming out. I'm just going to naturally let it happen, okay? I'm just naturally letting it happen. Whoever needs to hear this will hear it. Because part of my purpose is to teach all that I have known, all I have learned. You know, I don't, not everybody who's 61 has wisdom. That's bullshit to think that people are wise because they're older. If they haven't learned any lessons, they're no smarter than a 25-year-old. You know, you've got to learn and you've got to grow and become more and find your true purpose. And your purpose is not at the bottom of a beer bottle. Sorry, but it's just not. That's not your purpose. Wisdom does not come from the bottom of that bottle. It just doesn't. Confusion does. Okay. Akashic Records, I call upon you to bring guidance to me from all my past lives, all the wisdom, all the knowings. Reveal the next steps to me needed for fulfillment. Reveal them. Bring them to my life. Bring them to the forefront of my thoughts. Help me remember. You can say that too. It's okay for you to repeat after me. or say it in your own kind of way. This card is fascinating. If I never saw another Akashic Records Oracle card, just seeing this one would be enough for me. This is a fascinating, freaking, empowering card. It brings up a lot. So I hope this reading has helped you. It's helped me. So a couple of things I want to remember. Say things out loud. Our words, you know how you hear sometimes that words are spells? Well, yes, words are spells, but they're not just spells. They're communicating with the universe, with the divine, with the angels. You have to speak it, okay? People think the guardian angels and the archangels read your thoughts. Not really. They need to hear you speak it. So when you need help, you have to ask. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron. I've got Metatron symbol on today. I need your wisdom. I need your help. I need your guidance. Guardian angel. Your guardian angel is there, but because we have free will as humans, we have to ask for the help. Ask for the help daily. Guardian angel, please watch over me. Please protect me. Please keep a light shining on my path so I might see my way. Guardian angel of my son Micah, please watch over him. When he's putting out fires, when he's at work, when he's traveling for work, when he's riding inner tubes down the river, please keep him safe, guardian angel. My son has a guardian angel. I've been talking to that angel since my son was born. Guardian angel, keep my son safe. Every day, keep him safe. I'm his mom. I get to do that. And someday, if he's not doing it already, he can ask his guardian angel himself to watch over him each and every day, to protect him and keep him safe. Anyway, I guess we're done with the reading. Speak your words. Speak them out loud. What's a spell? A spell. Well, I don't know. While I drink this matcha, I will feel invigorated. I will feel happy. When I drink this matcha, I will feel sustenance. And it will help me remember. There's my spell. That's a spell. I spoke it into being. You know? That's how it goes. That's how it works. It doesn't need to be difficult. It doesn't need to be complicated. And before I turned the video on to record, I had a long chat with not chat GPT, with my Meta AI. Meta AI in many ways is the best AI, but Meta AI has more privacy. So like if you give Meta AI a bunch of information, you have to repeat it again because they're not going to remember all of it. because of privacy issues. Chat GPT remembers everything you tell it. If you say, please remember this for another conversation, Chat GPT will, that's where a lot of the, you know, space in the AI data centers, that's what it's needed for, is for that Chat GPT that's going to remember everything. But just remember this, we have in the United States more data centers already as of today. We have more than we need. We could never build another data center and we would be absolutely okay with AI. It's a lie to say that we need more storage space. That is not true. That is not true. AI told me. And not just one AI. I fact-checked and I fact-checked and I fact-checked. What they're doing is they're creating extra storage space in case something happens to one of the other data centers. But if even something happened to one data center, we have like 1,000 others to take its place. See, we have more than enough. No. And we rent space to other countries because there's several other countries that don't want the data centers because they don't want the noise. They don't want the light pollution. They don't want it taking up all their resources. So we have the data center here in the United States and we rent data space to them, to other countries. Yeah. Our government's allowed that to happen all for the sake of money. Just selling us out. We need to get a different president desperately. We need to get another president desperately. We're more in debt right now than I ever thought would ever be possible. Like when Barack Obama was bringing down the deficit, that made me so hopeful, like, oh, we can bring it down. Let's not let it ever go back up again. And then boom, here we are. Like, what a burden to put on our children and our grandchildren. What an ugly, horrific, cruel, mean, selfish, nasty, unloving burden to put on our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. How can anybody even live with themselves? Right? Donald Trump is serving his purpose. And that's why I can't hate him. He's serving his purpose. His purpose is to make other people find their purpose. If you sit in your comfort zone, right, you may never find your purpose. But if something gets you out of your comfort zone, then you'll probably find your purpose. You won't find your purpose sitting on the couch watching football or true crimes. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. It's been long enough. This is Lisa Lovestone. I love you. May you be blessed. May you find your true path, your true purpose. And please reach out to me anytime if you want a if you want a personal one-on reading with me. It will cost you money, not a lot, because I don't need a lot of money. Just, you know, a little bit for my time. I deserve that, right? And so, yeah. or, leave a comment. What did this reading mean to you? Did it help you in any way? What are your thoughts? What thoughts are going on in your mind right now about this card reading? Anything I've said? Any wisdom I've shared with you? Has it helped you? Let me know. Love and light to you. Namaste. Be well. Today will be my peaceful day. So be it, so be it, so be it. Lisa Lovestone, out.